Good afternoon. This is Lewie again coming at you. I want to talk to you today about the removal of our monuments, our statues, and other things that help remind us of our history. It came out today that this college was showing this movie, Birth of a Nation, and there were movie posters for it to advertise the movie. And the kids wanted the posters removed because, well, I guess they don't want to be reminded of our history. The problem is, if you take away the reminders of our history, you don't learn from them. You quit learning from them. The younger generation can't learn from them. And when you don't learn about your history, good or bad, history tends to repeat itself. That's the bad history too. Birth of a Nation's about racism, KKK, slavery, all that. And it works as a great reminder of where we were, where you can compare it to where we are, and hopefully where we're going. When you remove anything that shows our history, that represents the history that our nation has gone through, whether it be good or bad, you're removing the ability for people to learn more. Once something is out of sight, it's out of mind. Anybody that knows anything knows that. Out of sight is out of mind. So when you take down a statue, remove a memorial, or even something as much as a poster that points to our history, you're essentially taking away the ability for the younger generation to learn. You take away the ability for the older generations to remember. Now, I know that sounds like I'm exaggerating, and to a point I am, because your memory works as well as you use it. But the thing is when I was growing up, I learned a lot of history. But after talking with my parents, I found out a lot of the stuff that there was a lot of stuff I didn't learn about American history that they had to learn. And then as my kids were growing up, I discovered that a lot of the stuff that I learned in our history, they didn't learn. Because there's just so much, and there's so little time. So by having these statues and monuments, they're able to look at them and say, oh, I wonder why this person's famous, or what are they talking about with this event? Without them, they won't be tempted into looking this up. They won't be tempted into learning it. And when you don't learn our history, the history tends to be forgotten. Once history is forgotten, that's when it gets repeated. Our bad history is real bad. Our country's made mistakes. I'm not going to deny it. I can't put sunny days and roses all over it because it isn't all sun and roses. There's some bad stuff. We did some stuff that shouldn't have been done, but it's from our ignorance and our naive ignorance. We'll just stick with ignorance. For example, Salem witch trials, slavery. There's a lot of different things. Like I said, my parents learned more about our history than I did when I was growing up, and my kids learned less than I did. The whole point is, you remove the national monuments, you remove memorials and statues and even posters of historical movies. You're taking away the ability to remember our history, and you're creating the ability of repeating that history. History does repeat itself, but it repeats itself when people forget. That's all I've got for you today, but that's something for all of us to keep in mind, everybody. History will repeat itself when we forget. Have a good day.